This is Matrix Lord 212, and I want to talk about Doctor Who and fixed points again before I leave today. I got a message from Pissy the Clown, and basically, he brought up something that I forgot about, was the episode called City of Death. Now, yes, it is true that because of the Doctor's intervention, Adric died, crashing the ship that created the explosion with the dinosaurs. Adric's DNA also probably led to the human race, but it was the Jagrafet's, I think it's Jagrafet's ship in City of Death that basically gave the energy to create that DNA of humans and start the whole human race. So once again, another intervention by the Doctor, and a second reason the human race was created because of the Doctor. So because of the Doctor, with his intervention, a lot of things happen in history, and that it's because of him, really. So to take the Doctor out of the picture would basically alter the whole fabric of the Earth and everything else, as well as other different societies. If he wasn't around for Genesis of the Daleks, then maybe there wouldn't be no Time War, because yes, the Time Lords did ask the Doctor, the Fourth Doctor, they saw a future war with the Daleks, and they asked him to either prevent their birth or degrade their beginnings, where they would evolve at a slower rate. And with knowledge of this, the Daleks were, Davros and the Daleks were pissed off. So, of course, the seeds were planted for the Time War. Whether this was the start of the Time War, probably not. It was just on the back burner because the Daleks just developed. But it was probably always there in the back of their minds, in the back of Davros's mind. So, it could be with the Doctor, with the Hand of Omega, in remembrance of Daleks, by destroying, what other cause of war would there be other than to destroy their own son and destroy Skaro, by tricking Davros into doing that with the Hand of Omega. You could say that started the Time War, and that they remembered what the Time Lords did to send the Doctor on that mission, and they decided the next step would be to execute the Master, which they don't do that, but they did that for spite, to probably piss off the Time Lords on a TV scale where all the galaxies were watching. So, and of course the Time Lords don't like the Master, but he's still one of their own. So of course they would bring him back for spite, because they're arrogant, they're nasty, the Time Lords, and they're going to bring back the Master just because only they could destroy their own, not the Daleks, in that fashion. So that could have been the signal for the Time War, or it could have been many other things. But ultimately, the rules with the Time War had changed, because the big rule was that nobody could violate the time lock, and if someone did, then the war was null and void. So someone allowed Dalek Khan to get into the time lock and save Davros. So I don't know who's governing the rules of the Time War, but the Daleks did cheat, and then the Time Lords tried to escape too. So but they didn't cheat, because that was a technicality. So it remains to be seen if what started the Time War. But this was a video about the Doctor's intervention. So they also said that the Doctor possessed the moment. Now, for some reason, the Doctor has qualifications, and he's very special to the Time Lords. He's very special to Gallifrey, very special to the universe. He's very different, and he's feared. He is feared. He's feared by the Time Lords because it is a type of respect that, if they did know who he is, they really can't expose who he is because of some dark secret. I mean, it could be tied to the beginnings of the Time Lords, but they do. Most of the time, they don't kill him. They try to punish him, and Rassilon was going to kill the Doctor. So it is a thing that it's not a big deal for them what his name is, even if they knew it. The big deal is that they just don't like him interfering. They want him to go somewhere and just, stay out of the way. And this is why the concept of the dream world, or the Matrix of Gallifrey, comes into picture, because what better way to deal with an enemy that you can't kill, or you for some reason don't want to kill most of the time, than to put him in an environment that'll be there forever and he wouldn't even know it. So a lot of things, but the Doctor did possess the moment. He possessed that extra special thing to end the Time War, whether it be merging with his future self, the Watcher, regenerating into the Fifth Doctor. Maybe there was a memory of the Time War that he possessed. I don't know. I mean, we really don't know. They did say that, well, they didn't reveal if the Watcher was a future incarnation of the Doctor, but Adric and Tegan and Isser assumed that it was. So yes, it was never revealed that the Watcher was a future incarnation of the Doctor. The Valyard, they did mention he was somewhere between the 12th and final incarnation of the Doctor. So, you know, it was revealed that the Valyard is the future Doctor, but the Watcher has remained to be seen. So the Doctor, you know, he's a very, very important part of the puzzle, a very important part of the universe, and to take him out of the picture or erase his existence would basically destroy just about every race there is, because he has visited so many planets, visited so many things, interfered in so many events that the universe would bleed. Time would be bleeding, because that's something the Doctor is a fixed point in a way. He's a fixed point because he's affecting everything. So you take him out of the picture, and in essence, that would erase the fixed point in the first place of him dying on Lake Silencio, which was the Big Bang. So, and Paradox on top of Paradox. So, you know, we keep going back onto paradoxes with each other. But yes, going back to Earthshock with the original points. Earthshock, the Doctor's intervention, Adric crashed the ship with the Cybermen, creating the explosion with the dinosaurs. His DNA from another universe was probably the seeds that were planted for the human race, and it was all because of the Doctor's intervention. Later on, when the Fourth Doctor encountered, well, before that actually, in Seeds of Death, the Jagrafess's ship, when it exploded, it basically gave that DNA the energy to become to take form, to become and evolve into humans. So all these interventions are from the Doctor, and he is a fixed point. He can't be erased. And you know, you could debate this from now till the end of time, because he, you know, any little thing could change, and the Doctor, absent from the universe, would alter everything, and you really don't even know what it would be. Alright, so that's what I was going to discuss, and have a great day. Talk to you later.